every single street is the most beautiful street you've ever seen in your life. I have parked at Godstow, just on the outskirts of Oxford. If you are a Northern Lights trilogy fan. But I've come to Godstow because today I'm going to take you on a bike ride around Oxford. It's going to be an extremely short bike ride because I'm so tired. So last week's video in Milton Keynes, I did that yesterday. And the week before that video in Suffolk, I did that 3 days ago. So I am really tired. So this is less a ride and more a let's look at pretty ancient places. Pretty ancient places and pretty ancient places. Yeah, let's go. For those who aren't aware, I'm sure while you may have heard of Oxford University, you might not know that much about Oxford itself if you're not from the UK. It is a small city outside of London. It is so compactly beautiful. It's absolutely incredible. Everyone sort of uses bikes to get around to and from places. It doesn't mean that people are cyclists, it just means that that's like a useful way of moving about this city. So many famous writers, philosophers, thinkers, artists came here because of the university, and it's just like once you start looking into it, it's just every single corner of it is fascinating. I wonder what percentage of buildings in Oxford the university actually owns, because I'm pretty sure it's probably about 50%. That was the centre, well, part of the centre of Oxford. It's every single street is the most beautiful street you've ever seen in your life. Cycled a full 12.5k. Already had a coffee and cake stop because I feel like that's the correct cadence for coffee and cake in Oxford. Now I'm hanging out with a little troop of geese on this beautiful stretch of river. This is Iffley Lock. So Oxford is on the Thames, River Thames, off of London, and this is further up river, obviously. It's so pretty and calm and full of bird life. Oxford is hilarious. There's just like, I didn't plan this route to be especially beautiful. It's just wherever you plan a route through the centre of Oxford, you're going to, right chaps? You're going to find something extraordinarily beautiful. And then all these side streets, all these lovely cafes on them, and within about 5 seconds you're out here on the Thames, and it's just so peaceful. Now, after that lovely interlude, heading back into the city. Well, that was Oxford. My God, what an extraordinary place. I mean, the university itself is over 1,000 years old, I think. It's just couldn't be more opposite to Milton Keynes that I rode in last week's video, which was, I think Milton Keynes, it was founded in 67, so the building didn't start until after that. And Oxford is over 1,000 years old. And they're only an hour apart, which is even funnier. It was really actually quite difficult cycling today, even though I've done a whole grand total of 23 kilometres. What's difficult is because it's so busy and because Oxford is really touristy. There's just people walking in the middle of the road. It's called the cycling city. Like, it sort of has that moniker of itself. And it is because cyclists kind of have priority there. There are so many, and there are cycle paths everywhere. But unlike Milton Keynes, where the cycle paths are separate and it's built for that, Oxford, they've sort of been retrospectively put in, and there's just crisscrossing everywhere. It's hard to navigate because there are so many different paths, but it is epic. I mean, you're definitely not going to set any records there, but it is an easy place to cycle from an infrastructure point of view. It's difficult from a sheer popularity point of view. But it's just extraordinary. It's absolutely amazing. Anyway, I racked up a whole 23 kilometres. I'm still really tired from the last few days of riding, but it was really beautiful, and I stopped at 2 places for coffee in 23 kilometres. So I think that is exactly the pace that I needed. So thanks for coming with me on this one, and I will see you in the next one.